Well, thank you for having me. I checked out the show. I thought it was really funny. And the main thing that I got out of it was how many different influences and just Easter eggs and bits and pieces of other previous shows and movies that I got out of it. So that was kind of my first question is what were some of the major influences for this television show?
There are so many. I mean, when you say that, one of the ones that I think of is Fantastic Planet. Have you seen that French film? It's like an animated film from the 70s. Could be wrong on that, but I think one of the things I loved about that is that everything eats everything else. It's kind of a
Okay.
vicious background thing that's happening, and we have that a lot in our show. But
Mhm.
for more overall things, big influences were Futurama, BoJack Horseman, Grey's Anatomy, which I started watching after I wrote the pilot. I started watching Grey's as research, and then by season 17 or something, I was like, I don't think this is for research. I think I love this show. Yeah, I think that's a lot of them. A Doctor
Yeah.
Who is a good one. Hitchhiker's Guide. There's a million.
Yeah, Grey's Anatomy was one that stuck out to me. I'm a big
Yeah.
Rick and Morty fan. That stuck
Oh
out to me
yeah,
as
love
well.
Rick and
Just
Morty.
those
Yeah.
kinds of Adult Swim kind of shows. And I love that just the culmination of that, like making it it was truly a hospital show in many ways, even though it is this galactic adventure. One thing that the show focuses on that was surprising to me was mental health and specifically anxiety. Anxiety, no spoilers. Anxiety is a big part of the series and Clack specifically and their journey. So, what was that? Why was anxiety from episode 1 through 8? Why was that such a linchpin for the entire series?
You know, it's funny, it didn't start that way, but as someone who had recently I got on meds, oh, I don't know, 4 years ago, and it was life-changing. I think it was
Mhm.
almost inevitable that the show was going to become about that because it
Yeah.
was just my own experience. And one of the cool things in this show that I think we were able to do is show a variety of examples of anxiety. In a lot of shows, there'll be, or in a lot of media in general, the example of anxiety will be, I can't choose between these two shoes. And that's one very real way, but we were able to show it in multiple ways. Like there's an episode where Clack has lists, she has to-do lists, and they really help her at first and they pop up on screen. And then towards the end, she's actually barred from intimacy because her to-do lists are so they're blocking her from this like cute new girl she meets, you know? And
Right.
I feel like those are really cool ways of showing rumination or OCD tendencies. There are just all these different ways we try to show it, and I pray we succeed, but I really just think there's a lot of nuance to anxiety that
Yeah, I thought there was nuance in the show to anxiety as well because it was in this kind of crazy, wacky, fictional, galactic adventure, but there were
right.
some real emotions there. So I'm excited for season 2, season order. Super excited. Is there any way the series continues off of that? Maybe a spin-off or a season 3?
Oh, wouldn't that be great? We'll see. Season two becomes because season one is sort of Clack's journey. The teaser for season two is a little bit. They get well, no spoilers. It's a little bit about Sleesh.
Okay,
And so I would imagine going forward, you'd get a different character each season, sort of a little deeper dive on each one.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. There's a lot of great characters. Excited to check it out. Shrocko, thank you so much. It's been a
Thank
pleasure speaking
you.
with you today.
You too.